Alright, so let's go over yesterday's assignment. So we want to get these into the vertex form or graphing form, whatever you want to call them. So the first step is to get the C to the other side. And then you got to find the number that makes a perfect square. So you take half of B and square it. Well, half of 4 is 2, 2 squared is 4. So that's what we need to add to both sides. So now we've got what? Y plus 3 equals, and we know this will factor to x plus 2 times x plus 2. And then, last step, subtract 3 from both sides. And you end up with y equals x plus 2 squared minus 3. Now it's easy to graph. Now 2 and 3 are a little different because they have negatives, and I wouldn't expect you guys to do the negatives on your own. This is something for you guys to try and see how well you do with it. But if there is just a 1 in front of it, we should definitely be able to do these. So with this one, it's a little different, but we still start off the same way. We add that 98 to both sides. So we got y plus 98 equals, now with this, since there's a negative in front, what we have to do is we pull the negative out. And when we factor the negative out, it changes the sign of the b value as well. So now we have to take half of negative 20, which is negative 10, then square it. That's positive 100. So we're adding 100 in here. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side, but because of this, what we're really doing is subtracting, since we got to take that positive 100 times a negative. So we did it with y minus 2 equals, then we have our negative x minus 10 squared. Last step, add 2 to both sides. So now we can see this graph opens down, and we can see its vertex, real easy to graph. Alright, let's see what the next one is. Alright, so the next one I'll set up 3 and 4 for you, and you can finish them. So same thing here, we need to get that negative 19 to the other side, so we're going to add 19 to both sides. And now I'm going to go ahead and factor out that negative. So I'm going to put the negative on the outside. Changes that to a minus 10x. And we got to find the c value. So half of negative 10 is negative 5. Negative 5 squared is positive 25. And we got to take that positive 25 times the negative. So that really means we're subtracting 25 from both sides. So that would give us y minus 6 equals, and then I'm going to leave the rest for you to finish up. Alright, next one. The next one here, positive value. So we'll get this one started. I'll let you finish it. So you got to subtract the c value. And then we have to take half of negative 1 and then square it. And that's what we're going to add to both sides. So I'm going to leave that right there for you to finish up. That is a plus sign. So with these, we've got to reorganize them and basically do complete the square twice. So I'm going to group all my x stuff together. X squared minus 8x. I'm going to leave a little space. So I've gotten rid of those. Now I got plus y squared minus 16y. I'm going to leave a space. And then I'm going to subtract the 16 from both sides. So I got negative 16 now on that side. So I just subtracted that. Just moving things around. So we take half of 8, 4, negative 4 squared is positive 16. So we got to add that to both sides. And I do the same thing for the y. Half of the negative 16 is negative 8. Negative 8 squared is 64. So I got to add 64 to both sides. So now I know this factor is x minus 4 squared plus y minus 8 squared equals 64. So now we can see the center's at +4, +8, and it has a radius of 8. Alright, so I'm going to set this last one up for you. Oh, sorry, not the last one. Last one like this. So, and I'll let you finish it on your own. So again, we organize everything. X squared minus or plus 14x. We're going to leave a spot for our c value. Then we got the y squared minus 10y. Leave a space for our new c value. And I'm going to subtract 58 from both sides to get that number to the other side. Oops, 58. So now you got to figure out half of 14, square it, add it to both sides, and then half of -10 squared and add it to both sides, and then you can factor it. Alright, so if we remember our formula for our circle, this is a pretty easy problem. So we remember the inside lies on all of these, so we got x plus 5 squared, and here if we wanted to, we could put y plus 0 if we wanted to. Or we could just put y squared there. And it equals, well, we got to square the radius, so a square root and a square cancel each other out, so we're just left with 173. So this would be our equation for the circle. Not too bad. Alright, next one. Do the same thing. What? X plus 1 squared plus y plus 14 squared equals 4 squared. Done. Oops. I forgot my. It's supposed to be parentheses. Just gotta remember the x and the y value for the center lie in the circle.